on my first page of slide of what I actually do, because apparently I'm not on your presenters list. And evidently, what's TEDxYouth gal thinking, right? Putting someone who looks like she's 15 years old, but it's about 15 days pop. So I am a yoga teacher. I am actually really 45 years old, thanks to yoga. And I really have something very important, a big idea to share. And my idea is, impossible is only a suggestion. So the king of yoga poses in yoga is actually the pose where the feet is above the head, the limbs are hanging, and it's called headstand, right? But every time I share my photo of myself in a headstand, upside down in Twitter or on Facebook, or anytime I try to teach it to anyone in my yoga class, I always get, oh, that looks impossible. Oh, there's no way in this body, in this world, or in hell, or in heaven, we can do that. Impossible is only a suggestion. Earlier this year, the world, up till today, is still amazed by this YouTube video with almost 7 million hits today of this guy, famously known as Arthur. The thing is, Arthur used to be a paratrooper for the US Army until recently. And years and endless of landings and falls took a toll on his back, on his knees, so that Arthur cannot walk anymore. And because of his limited range of movement, he put on so much weight, and that led to more health complications. All doctors that he went to see gave him the life sentence of, Arthur, you will never be able to walk anymore, ever. So can you imagine, service, or you've offered your service to your country, you were so fit before, not being able to walk on your feet anymore. And all Arthur's attempt of trying to lose weight pretty much didn't seem to go anywhere, because all gyms, all fitness instructors turned him away and told him, sorry, you're impossible to work with. Everyone but this yoga teacher, who goes by the name of Diamond Dallas Page, who was a famous wrestler in the US, who saw the possibility in Arthur. So Diamond Dallas trained Arthur in yoga, with yoga, and within 6 months, Arthur lost 100 pounds, that's about 45 kilos, and in 10 months, Arthur lost 140 pounds, that's a massive, whopping 63 kilos. And today, not only Arthur can walk, he can also run without wheelchair, on his feet, and he can do the impossible looking pose, headstand. Impossible is only a suggestion. I also love to share another impossible sounding story from or about an online friend of mine. Her name is Maria Villa. She's from Colombia. And in year 2009, she was given the life sentence again when she was diagnosed with brain cancer. And after rounds of very invasive, very harsh treatments of radiotherapy, chemotherapy, Maria found yoga to distress and pretty much to take her mind away of cancer for a while. And she realized that whenever she's on a yoga mat, yoga has this amazing ability to help oxygenate the body in massive, abundant amount of oxygen. And cancer cells hate oxygen. And in a particular yoga pose, again, the headstand. Every time Maria was in headstand, she realized that that's the easiest way to send that amount of oxygen to kill, if not to eliminate, cancer cells, because when you're upside down, when your crown is on the floor, where the sweet spot of your head, that's also where our pineal and pituitary glands are situated. Oxygen gets sent straight to that part of the body, and today, not only Maria won her battle over cancer, she's also a yoga teacher. Impossible, that's Maria, is only a suggestion. I also have my share of how yoga changed my health and my life. People say that if you're born with asthma, chances are when you reach your puberty, your lungs would become stronger and the asthma would just disappear. I got my first asthma attack when I was 13 years old. It got really, really bad over the years that anytime it rained, every time I coughed, anytime I surrounded by cats, dusty carpet, I had to be sent to the hospital. When I was 15 years old, there was a period of time that I had to be sent to the hospital about twice a week. And despite my asthma, I was still a very active teenager. And I remember winning gold medals for 100 meter and 110 meter hurdles when I was in Form 5. That's equivalent to about senior year in high school, yeah? But that's about all I can do. I was never a long distance runner because of my weak lungs. And I also was very active in the field hockey, where I was a left winger and I represented my boarding school and my state and also my university for field hockey. But I was never really a player. I couldn't stay in the field for more than 10 minutes because my face would turn blue. So I was more of a scorer. And while waiting for my SPM result, that's pretty much the same with our O-level, right? I just tried yoga. This was in the year 1999 because I wanted to look like Cameron Diaz. She was like 20 years old at that time. And I thought I was a fit, very fit, athletic teenager. But in my first yoga class, I saw all these aunties in their 50s, in their 60s. They were in that impossible looking pose, in headstand. And I thought I was fit, but I couldn't do that, nowhere close to that. So I just kept going to yoga almost every day for the first 6 months, 1999 to year 2000, before I entered university, right? Just to be able to do that impossible pose. And then I realized in June 2000, until today, I did not get any more asthma attacks. Impossible is really just a suggestion. So that's how I believe, after experimented with my body, my experience, and after having taught yoga for almost 10 years now, I realized that's yoga's biggest property of healing, is because you'd be made to hold a yoga pose for a certain period of breath or time, just so that you'd oxygenate your body. So everyone, actually, all of us, everyone has cancer cells in our body. Yeah, it's just a matter of whether they would multiply or not, depending on the happiness or health of our immune system. So cancer cells hate oxygen, that's for one. And there are also yoga poses that require us to interlock our fingers, squeezing the arms close to the body, and anytime we do that, we'd actually be stimulating the the lymph nodes under our armpits, so that we'd be healthy, our immune system would be happy, and we don't have to fall sick as often, or at all, not ever. And there are also yoga poses that will require us to bring our chin very close to the chest. That's where our thymus glands are, and they are responsible to balance our hormones in the body so that nothing goes out of order. There are also many yoga poses that require us to fall forward and twist extremely sideways. And anytime organic folding or twisting happen, we'd be able to detoxify all the poisons, toxins in the body caused from processed food, stress, anger, fear, and of course, the impossible looking yoga poses where you'd see people standing on their head, on their hands. Anytime our feet are higher than our pelvis, anytime our pelvis is higher than our heart, anytime our heart's higher than the brain, anytime we try to defy gravity, we also reverse the process of aging. And in yoga, we believe that also slows death. And over a certain period of time, after someone practices yoga, you're going to start realizing that, wow, it's such a natural way of moving. It's such an organic exercise that you don't need running shoes, you don't need any machines, any equipment, and you can lift up your own body weight. You might start switching also your lifestyle. You might start controlling what goes in your body. You might want to start choosing to eat only organic food, maybe adapt vegetarian lifestyle, avoid at all costs, if possible, processed GMO food. And I can truly vouch for that because after 13 years of yoga and after almost 6 years of adapting vegetarian diet, I have not fallen sick, not with fever, not with flu for the past 6 to 7 years. And I love also sharing this quote by the modern father of yoga. He's still alive at 94 years old this year, B.K.S. Iyengar. He said that yoga teaches us to cure what need not be endured and endure what cannot be cured. Now, before I got pregnant, when I first got married about 2 years ago, I postponed on starting a family because all of my girlfriends, they were about my size. My aunties, my cousins, they all said that, oh, you're going to lose your body. You're going to gain 20, 25 kilos. We're all your size too. But your hands will swell, your feet, your ankles will swell. You might not be able to take your wedding ring off because we all put on weight. We all got swollen ankles, swollen feet and all. And I got scared to get pregnant. And then I thought to myself, the thing is, why can't pregnancy be celebrated or be something beautiful, right? And then I realized, but they might have not practiced yoga every day for the past 13 years like me. They might not take care of what goes in their body, like me. Impossible is only a suggestion. And I'm truly proud to share that today, really today, at 8 months pregnant, I can still stand on my forearms. And I can easily say, impossible is only a suggestion. I'm going to leave you guys today with the moving visual of what seemed impossible for most of us to do, let alone for an 8 months pregnant woman to do. And also with this note, do not wait until you become overweight to start exercising. Do not wait to start taking care of what goes in the body. And do not wait to get pregnant before you start yoga. I'm saying this because many of my prenatal yoga students, they say that, yeah, I've never tried yoga before, but this is the only thing my doctor allows me to do right now. So, impossible is only a suggestion. I'll be back.